And we are live here on YouTube and Facebook. And we want to welcome everybody here tonight for a very special collab reunion. We haven't been together for a minute, but we are back tonight for a special live event, the 20th anniversary of Urban Soul Cafe, the end of an era, celebrating our brother and visionary Carlos Hale tonight. And with me again tonight for a very, very special reunion is none other than my brother from another mother, Sharon Williams from Gospel Music Buzz. What's up? What's up?
What's happening? It's been a little minute. I'm here like trying to like unmute myself, man. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to remember where all the buttons and everything goes, but what's happening, man? What's good? We back. We are back. What's
We
up, people?
we are so excited to be with you guys tonight. And as you're getting the notification that we are live, please make sure you share this live because this is worth every minute of this next hour to celebrate our brother Carlos Hale and the vision of Urban Soul Cafe, which will be climaxing in Nashville, Tennessee, the Stellar Week, and all the festivities will be kicking off, I believe, on the 12th, 11th, 12th, 13th. It's a whole shebang going on. It's a whole shebang. Sherwin, as usual, you always are up on what's happening, and I'm going to let you just kind of say a couple things that's going on. Of course, we're going to talk about the special Urban Soul Cafe Honors event that is going to be absolutely amazing, and we'll be talking about those people that will be honored, where to get your tickets, and all that sort of stuff. So, any updates on what's happening in the scene of gospel music?
Yeah, I mean, we're going down there for the Stella Awards, the 40th annual Stella Awards. That's going to be hosted by Bibi and CC Winans, and I think that's going to be super funny because knowing Bibi just from afar and like chatting with them briefly, I mean, he looked like he's just going to be just pure jokes the whole night, and I feel like CC's going to be having to keep tapping him and bringing him back on course and just leveling back up. So I'm just really interested to see what they're gonna do, special guests they're gonna bring out and all of that. So, there's that aspect of it. Of course, Stellars have their subset of events and all of that typically happen with their Stella Plus experience. And I'm just excited just to, it's been I don't think I went last year. I believe I might have went the year before. So it's either about a year or two since
Mhm.
we've gone down. So, I'm excited to kind of be back in the mix again, just sort of seeing folks that I've been speaking to online or doing interviews or whatever remotely, but just kind of seeing them in person and just enjoying Nashville and all that it has to offer. So I'm super excited.
Listen, I'm super excited that we're not in Vegas. That right there was a
This is true.
that
This is
that for
very
me
true.
that's the stellar plus. That could have anything else is a gift, but the stellar plus is that we're not in Las Vegas because if they were going to do that, I wouldn't care. It was their 50th. Your girl wasn't going. I'm sorry, I had enough. So,
Yeah.
but no,
Biggest
shout
world,
out
man,
to the Stellar Awards, you can't take away the consistency and the longevity of their contribution to gospel music and celebrating so many incredible artists throughout the years. And 40 is a big deal. That's a long
Yeah.
marriage. That's a long marriage.
But what's
So
wild is that for 40 for the Stellars and 20 years for Carlos, which it just says something, like he's basically there halfway of their journey and completing his journey while like that's insane right there.
yeah, timing is everything. So
Mhm.
but thank you guys so much for being here. And like I said, as you get these notifications, please make sure you share this live. But we're not going to continue it this long, because what we're going to do is bring on the man himself and talk about what has been like over 20 years as a visionary, as a forerunner in that bringing showcases to independent artists and different artists. I mean, everybody that you see now, they're A-listers, have had to go through Urban Soul Cafe, no cap.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to see this end of an era, I can say, it's almost like saying, Carlos, you did well, well done. And his vision has definitely opened up the door for other people and creative spaces such as myself. My first hint at really that independent space was going to an Urban Soul Cafe when the Stellars was in Nashville many years ago. And so just to be in the room and now have an opportunity, this is my way of just saying thank you, Carlos, for your consistency. Thank you for making room and space and not being a gatekeeper for so many artists in the industry, and even your cohorts within the industry, to which Shuri and I counted an honor that you would come up and you became our mascot, and you'll always be our mascot. So thank you so much for supporting us over the past few years. So without further ado, the man, the myth himself, the legend, Carlos Hale. Y'all better.
Stop
Y'all
it.
better.
Stop it.
Y'all better.
Stop it. Tree,
Y'all better.
The only reason why my face is not being showed because I'm fighting back the tears, even as we speak right now. Patrice, I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Sherwin, likewise. As you was talking and giving that rundown, tears just started bubbling up. And I ain't no punk, first of all. I'm not no punk. So y'all ain't about to see me crying. That's the reason why my picture is being shown, because I know it's going to get emotional tonight. But I praise God for good, saved friends around me like you two. Y'all keep me accountable in private conversations. You all, or voice that I can just release some get some things off my chest. You all been a listening ear, and we've been bouncing ideas from each other for many years. So I appreciate both of you all. And I don't mind being the mascot. I ain't going nowhere.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm really literally fighting back tears. I cannot believe it. And you just got started. I don't know if you rehearsed this for the last month or whatever, but I'm just like, this woman here. Woo, shot out that bull shot.
Listen, overseer. You know how we talk. But we do have another one of our cohorts that we have to bring him into the room. And so this is just showing some love for you. So we're gonna bring him into the building. Root is in the building. If y'all don't know what time it is, you not. First of all, you won't see this again. Wow. This is really, you won't see this again because Urban Soul Cafe is coming to an end. And so tonight really is on so many levels. I'm going to say it, a once in a lifetime. And you know what? Just because I'm the kind of girl, and I usually don't do this. I really don't do this. Sherwin knows that I don't do this stuff, but I want to commemorate this moment.
Are you taking a picture?
I did. Let's go one more time. Get it.
you know, Hassan is the gospel version of Charlemagne of the Breakfast Club with their root rundown.
Yo, facts.
I look
Oh
forward to
my
their root
God.
rundown. So Charlemagne is all yours.
Gospel Charlemagne. I saw he was just holding his Urban Soul Cafe honors.
Listen, I had to be on here tonight. First of all, Carlos is my
Wait,
guy.
wait. I just realized that. And I presented to my brother because Sean couldn't be there.
That's right. That's right. You sure
This
did.
is a whole moment. Okay, dang. This is a whole
Yeah.
moment.
Wow. Listen, well, Patrice, and I'm very busy, guys. Like, I'm doing an event in 2 weeks, just like Carlos is doing 7 events in 2 weeks. And
There you go with the shot. There you go.
But
I got
had
that
to
noise
come
to
on.
clap back.
I know you do. I had to be on here tonight, man, just to pay homage to my brother. He is like he said, we've been a listening ear for each other, man, bouncing off ideas. Like, it's not a Urban Soul Cafe that happens where Carlos doesn't call me like, Hassan, what do you think about this? What do you think about me honoring this person? What do you think about this? Like, all the time. And likewise, I'm like, yo. And then sometimes, being in this industry, you need people that you can vent to. And and we've been that to each other. I came in the business. He was already doing this thing for a while, but we kind of came up in this thing together.
Yes.
And just to see the growth of Urban Soul Cafe. What can I be a little bit transparent?
This is
Go for it.
Please, this is what this is tonight. It's all it's open.
Yeah. So one thing about, I don't know if it's just our industry or just life period, it's we always give people their flowers once they're either dead or once they they're done and they moved on to something else. Then it's just like, that's when you realize, wow, this person or this company was dope, and we missed that. And I think Urban Soul Cafe is going to be one of those things. You know how many independent artists came through that funnel over the past 20 years? Urban Soul Cafe. Nobody wants to say it, but it's just like, man, we wouldn't know a lot of these people if it wasn't for Urban Soul Cafe. That's why in this edition of Root Magazine, it's our 40th edition. I was like, yo, Carlos, I kind of want to interview you and do a feature on you in the magazine, because I think this is a pivotal moment. I'm like, dude, like, you really done with this chapter? And he's like, yeah, I just kind of want to do some other things. And I get it, man, because sometimes God will do that. He'll have you move on to the next when you don't really understand it or why. But I think Urban Soul Cafe is going to be one of those things. Once next year comes and it's not any Urban Soul Cafe event, all right, what's the outlet for independent artists? There's other things, but this is one of the biggest that we have. It's a staple, man. And I'm sad to see him go in that realm, but I'm excited for what's next for my brother.
No,
for sure. And
go ahead, Patrice.
He Carlos, you laid so much of a groundwork that nobody is going to be able to. It's going to take 20 years to replicate it, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But what you have done for each of us is you have planted seeds so the vision won't die. Each of us have been champions for independent artists, hence my name, before for a long time. As Hassan was saying, he and I are tracking 16 years.
Yeah, Patrice and I started at the same time.
It's that same time, 16 years. Carlos, you were 4 years old, and here you are. And I'm thinking to myself, in 16 years, I can't honestly say that I have accumulated that much of an impact as you have in 20. It's not a comparison. It's just it's the shout out of the tenacity and the hard work, because you don't do just one thing and go. You are consistent throughout the year. You always have something that's happening for an independent artist. And so I'm going to just say it's a charge to the three of us. I don't know anybody else. I'm just saying for the three of us. I know these two guys. They're my brothers. They're my friends. Aside my fight, but it's okay. We love Sherwin.
Absolutely.
We have work to do, and the torch is kind of being passed, kind of, sort of. And So we're going to step up our game and make you proud, Carlos. Seriously, we're not going to drop the ball.
So good to
So,
hear. So good to hear. I mean, it's in good hands with. I mean, I can say I'm extremely happy with Hassan. I remember when he did his 5 year celebration. He asked me about it. He was like, "Go forward, go forward." The 10 year celebration. Then last year with the 15th year celebration, and like I mean, when he and I met, it's a connection. I can actually think about how I met him through Sean Gibbs, and man, I even had Hassan host several
Hmm.
events,
Mhm.
because my thing is I've been taught by some great leaders to don't think about self, always think about elevating others. And
Yeah.
that's how my mind frame is. I love to be the background person. I don't
mhm,
like all the attention. I don't like to be seen. And I know how Hassan known me the longest out of all three of you all. And he can tell you, like, my Facebook page for years, you did not see my face for years. And
Hmm.
that was intentional. It was very intentional and strategic, you know, not to get beside myself, get the big head per se. And so that was the reason why I pushed Hassan to the forefront. Him, the meet I had, Myron Butler,
mhm,
Hmm.
Jay, get him out that Ram that everybody know him as a singer or just a magazine owner, but put him in another light. And I think that's where he ended up getting that radio bug and
Hmm.
being the Charlemagne, the gospel
mhm,
radio,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I instantly saw some her son. He's a cool cat. I mean, the kicks, the
Hmm.
graphic tees, the hoodies, the hats. That's his identification. And guess what? His identification also merged with the identification of Urban Soul Cafe, Urban
Hmm.
Lifestyle Magazine, Urban Gospel Music in the urban setting. Boom! It was a match made in heaven. So I appreciate everything Hassan have done, not just for me, but also through the culture as well. So that
yes,
was one of the main reasons why I had to give him his flowers last year while he
Yeah.
was celebrating his 15. You know what? We're gonna celebrate you too.
Wow.
I'm proud of my
You know,
award, man. This is amazing.
you,
Did
you
it come
know,
through the mail? And it didn't come through the mail, right, Hassan?
Oh yeah. Okay. That's how we starting. All right.
Ooh,
that
ooh,
sounds like an inside joke.
mm,
Nah, nah. See, and one thing Carlos is saying in casually because you guys are talking. Patricia, y'all mentioned 16 years to you, 20 for for Carlos. Maybe in the new kid on the block is this year is gonna make it 10 years for gospel music buzz
That's
going
a
in.
milestone, bro.
yes, it
Yeah,
Congrats.
is.
yeah, going into 10 years this summer. And I always say, like, any opportunity I get that I'm speaking to anyone, I just talk about those individuals that were just instrumental in our journey, even before and after. Like when before we started this, and I was pretty much running all up and down these gospel streets with Jeanette. Like Carlos was one of the key persons we spoke to. We spoke with Hassan. If we were trying to navigate and figure out, hey, Jeanette is going to be at the Stellar Awards, who, which showcase should she go to? What should she do? What? I would hit up Hassan. Hassan put me on to Carlos like way, way early in the game. And I
Mhm,
would just run a bunch of stuff by Carlos when we were out there. Like, hey, Carlos, I'm thinking about this. Yone got this new single she's dropping. He's like, yo, send it to me. I'm gonna take a look. When folks wasn't even thinking about radio or didn't even had a radio budget or anything like that, Los used to spin our music on the air at the various stations he was with. Like it was always just a solid dude that always showed love. And even as we progressed from that and I started doing more stuff from the GMB side of things, one of my other biggest hosting stuff that I've done out there is it was with Los as well too. Destiny and I hosted like what 2 years ago at his sneakers and jersey event that he had there as
Right,
well.
right, right.
mhm,
Yeah,
Hmm.
mhm,
exactly. He was like, "Yo, come on in, man. You guys are gonna do this." We went ahead and we did that. Any event that he's having, I don't even reach out. Carlos would hit me and say, "Hey, I'm working on this flyer. I'm gonna put your logo on it." Like
Mhm.
who does that? Like
Fact.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of
Yes.
these packed event. I'm in the middle of room packed front to back, and I'm seeing my brand just plastered on these big, these big screens and all these different things. And he's just always been that kind of dude, man. So for real, man, definitely Urban Soul Cafe, man. Those you are solid, dude. I saw Destiny
Yep.
commented online here. It says we love Urban Soul Cafe. Definitely will be missed. Like, yeah, man, you're a staple for sure, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely,
So,
man.
so Carlos, as we are going to be segueing really into giving you an opportunity to talk about the vision of Urban Soul Cafe, like how did this start?
uh, Man, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the short, abbreviated version. In 2003, I was sitting around my house in Nashville, and God really knocked me off my feet. I'm a big boy, so He had to do something to knock me off my feet. And He literally, remember when Helen Baylor said, "I fell on the floor." Boom. That was exactly what happened. I fell on the floor,
Wow.
and boom, and God spoke to me and told me that I was about to go through a wilderness, but I had to listen and obey His voice. I went through 2 years of homelessness, 2 years of living from motel to hotel, from friends' couch. All the time I'm on the radio telling people, give God glory, give God glory, hosting different functions around the city of Nashville. And all along, God was implanting me with this ideal. And what was funny about the whole thing, during that 2 years, I got involved with GMA, and I started meeting different people. I don't want to start naming names, but a lot of people who people looked up as far as leadership in gospel music, I started to become friends with them. I started to be a sponge and uh, take up great knowledge from them during this time period. A lot of people don't even know I'm homeless. And so during this time, I recognized there was a lack of attention and a lack of identification for quote unquote black urban artists that would come down for GMA Dove Week. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was coming back from Memphis one Christmas morning, and that's when God dropped the idea uh, in my spirit to gather for my friends in Nashville, gave them the concept, gave them the idea, and the whole thing was to bring people outside the four walls of the church in a social atmosphere where we can celebrate, praise God, and at the same time enjoy good company outside of the four walls of the church. And there was this very popular nightclub, venue, restaurant, lounge, whatever you want to call it. The owner found out about it. He called me to his venue. I never forget it. He said he liked the idea. He told me this. He said, "Look, I will give you this building for free if you don't charge people to get in." Basically, he knew he was going to make money off food and drinks. This is before social media. And so, me, my friends, we came up with some kind of bootleg generic flyer. We began to text hundreds and hundreds and close to 1,000 some people through text message threads for 2 weeks, and we had over 1,500 people that showed up the night of the Dove Awards, and so it got the attention from the Doves. Who was this black kid or black young man who during the event during our time that got over 1,500 people at this one venue? It got their attention to the point where I had to sit down with the ex president John Stout, and he fell in love with the concept. And so Urban Soul was birthed out of the Gospel Music Association Dove Week.
Hmm.
And before we even started doing the Stellar Awards, which was another 2 years later, we ended up starting building the foundation around Nashville, where we would invite local artists, regional artists to come out, do their thing, and locally, it began to gel. We didn't have a name until 2006. Uh, that's when everything started gelling, and we started going by Urban Soul Cafe. And the name comes from I was in my apartment because after I was homeless, God blessed me with an apartment. You know, set me up with a nice job, look, and whatnot. And I was in my apartment and I was praying, and the Lord said, "Urban, because of the quote unquote black at the time, that's what we call black music, whatever. Just the mindset. That's who was reaching. So it wasn't about the music, but it was about the soul of man that we were trying to reach through the music. Cafe, it was just another word for a hangout spot, a gathering place where people can come and hear music, hear spoken word, hear comedy. And that's where Urban Soul Cafe name came about. And that's how the history came, where it was started out just locally and with the blessing of Pastor Donnie McClurkin, Matthew Knowles, Max Siegel, and a couple other industry leaders, before we reached out and did the Stellars in 2007, I mean, it was a local thing, and then 2007 we did the first Stellar Awards, had over 500 people there, and we just killed the game with we was killing it on MySpace. It was probably about 20 of us
Wow,
on MySpace.
MySpace.
Yeah, we
Mhm.
was on MySpace killing it. And once again, the whole thing about the artists that night, over every artist that we had that night was independent. Leon Timbo, Brian Courtney Wilson, first ever performance in front of a gospel crowd.
Wow.
Trinity 5-7, Pastor Rudy Ramus, Nikki Rawls, just a few names that hit the stage, man, that night. And I mean, it was over 500 people at BB King's. And next thing you know, things begin to start rolling.
Mhm.
And by the time we did the second year in 2008, we ended up had to do 2 nights. And that's one of the reasons why we honored Diedrich, I know, because Diedrich and his ex-wife Demeter, they saw the future. So the second year we did the second Stellar Awards in 2008. This is the lineup. I want y'all to hear me. Pastor John Gray, Fred Hammond, Marvin Sapp, Dwayne Woods, Marvin Winans Jr., Canton Jones, Coco for S.W. Reed, Keith Wonderboy Johnson, uh, Trinity 5-7, Papa Son, Flame, J.R. Uh,
That's the first year?
That's the
second
first
year.
second year.
Second year. This is the year that Dwayne Woods won them 6 Stellar Awards.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Two
But let
nights.
go, let God.
Yeah, 2 nights in Dave and Buster, 2103, Jay Moss at the stage. I mean, pretty much Diedrich and the meter helped open the eyes of Verity, along with some other people behind the scenes. Uh, Anthony Hamilton was a part of it. His ex-wife was a part of it. The 2 nights in Dave and Buster, Thursday and Friday night. And that's when people started recognizing, who is this cat? Who is Urban Soul Cafe? And that's when things just start boom, 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 boom. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why we honoring Diedrich, because he saw the vision. Myron Butler saw it before the very first event. That's the reason why I've always pushed him into the forefront as hosting as well. Jay, she was a part of that 2008, 2009, group of indie artists that hit the stage. And so it just started getting bigger and bigger and bigger after that.
I am absolutely floored by the fact that you were homeless and God was using you even in that to shape you for what was ahead. And I don't know how many people would be able to do that today.
I kept a positive. I just kept a positive mind frame the whole time. I kept a positive mind frame. You would never know. I kept a phone on, dressed decent, dressed nice, but it was just willpower. And the Holy Ghost told me he had something. He was birthing something in me, and Urban Soul was a product of that time frame.
Wow.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I want to give a couple shout outs here. We see Michael Gordon has popped in, giving shout outs to everybody here. as well.
Miguel.
And yeah, we are so thrilled to have you guys here. Please make sure you share this live. We want to talk a little bit about Hassan. I don't know, can you be with us a little bit longer, or you got to pop out? You let me know.
I got enough, like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay.
He
All right.
Darnell
So,
popped into. He said, "What up, family?"
yep. He's in the building. This lineup that's happening the Stellar Week. We want to talk about this Urban Soul Cafe honors because it's just apps. The ones that you are bringing spotlight to. I'm going to actually show exactly who is going to be on here. Listen. Okay.
Oh, Sylvester Morton.
Come on.
You know what? It was what happened back in March. I put like this. A little birdie told me that the Stella was coming back to Nashville, and so and I told Hassan in the article for Root Magazine, I can't say everything. I want y'all to read it. Read it and get the book. Get the magazine.
That's right.
It was when I found out it was coming back to Nashville, I was like, yes. I canceled my plans, what I already had set up for April. And so I'm just going to focus everything on August so we can celebrate it, boom, while everybody in town. Now, there are times where you just pitch an idea and you just pitch it and it was like, okay, all right, we're going to see how that goes. So back during the month of, and this is how all the honorees came about. So can't nobody say, oh, you got his favorites. Nope. If God didn't tell me your name, you ain't being honored. And so back in March and April, I went through a consecration time where I was praying and people literally was dropping in my spirit. The first one was James Hall. I reached out to Byron Cage. I reached out to Ricky Dillard. And I'm not name dropping, but I actually reached out to them. I said, has anybody ever just celebrated James Hall for his contribution?
Mm-hmm.
Ricky and Byron was like, no, but he deserved it, and you should be the one to do it. And that's
very important what you just said. Ricky and Byron said you should do it. That's very important.
Because everybody who we honoring, once again, I always go to somebody and ask how they feel about it first before we actually make it happen. I made a phone call, boom, bet. Now, for over 25 years, my favorite group is not Commission. It's not the Winans, although they're up there. My favorite group since 1996 has been Men of Standard. I got a great relationship with Lowell, Ike, and I'm so happy for Bishop Brian Pierce, what he's doing with the Full Gospel Church as a second presiding bishop. And so I reached out to Lowell. I said, Lowell, I'm getting ready to celebrate 20 years. And Lowell said, you want to celebrate this, huh? I'm like, dude, can I at least get it out first before I ask?
Right.
Lowe got on the phone with Ike. He got on the phone with Bishop. He said, hey, Carlos, this is his last one, y'all. And he want to honor us. They easily said, yes. Boom, there's two. Now, Bishop Paul Morton, I sat in, I listened to Paul Morton for about 2-3 days straight. And I said, how can I get close to Paul Morton? How can I get close to Bishop and not go through all these, red flags, whatnot? And I looked on Facebook and I realized the person over his record label is Facebook friends with mine. I said, oh, snap. Sent him a DM. He replied. I called Tracy Artist and said, hey, Tracy, Paul Morton dropped in my spirit. She's like, do it. So the person that's over his label called me. We talked. I don't think it was a full 2 days later. I get a text message. Bishop Morton said yes. I said, oh, yes. And then next thing you know, some individuals I knew I wanted to honor. I knew I wanted to Bless Adrian Warren, the Gospel Encyclopedia.
Such a good one. Such a good one. I'm actually mad you honor Adrian before me.
Repeat
That
that
is-
again out loud. Repeat that again out loud.
I'm mad that you're honoring Adrian before me. That is a good one right there.
Adrian, man, the Gospel Encyclopedia. What can I say? This guy is so
Gospel
knowledgeable.
thesaurus.
Mhm.
I mean, I like just to listen to him. I love listening to him at Clubhouse because he's so rich, full of knowledge, and he know what he's talking about. He's not one of those that's like just be running their mouth. No, he's
No.
gonna tell you year, day.
And he's not stingy with information. He's not
Right.
covetous.
Mhm.
And he's been another one that's for years been very supportive behind the scene and not trying to be out front.
Yeah.
I mean, his beautiful wife will come and support. And he'll text, "Hey man, this is a great event. I love the energy. I love the crowd. Keep it up." So I knew I wanted to do him. Second person I knew I want to do, my home girl from the M Town, Gina Miller.
Another
I
good
gotta,
one.
I gotta show her some love. Why? Because in our early days,
Gina G.
when she was at before it became Light Records, she was an intern, and she was been supportive of me for over 20 years. When I was doing radio, she would make sure I had the music. She would make sure that the artists would come and do interviews and stuff like that. And to see her work her way up all the way to the top legally, the right way, and not try to hold people back, but push people forward. That's another reason to get honored. Also, funny
Well,
man.
Carlos, I since you
Okay.
brought up your sister, there's no way in the world we could not have her in the building.
Oh,
Hold on.
that's good.
Wait a minute.
Baby.
Gina G.
Boom, boom, boom.
M-Town, baby.
I'm about to say, that's that Memphis connection.
Y'all ain't got no hikers
That's
and
that
horns.
Memphis
Let me get my
connection.
whistle.
Where's the
Yeah.
horn? It's not coming through, man.
Oh, that's that South Memphis buddy right
I'm Memphis, baby.
there.
You-
Man.
listen. I want to make a commercial break. When I told you this was a party, I wasn't kidding. You
I
better
see.
share this live because it's about to be. This is just the
Wow.
beginning. This is just the beginning.
I hope you heard what I just said, Gina. When she was at Light Records, I was at 1240.
You trying to catch me up?
I'm not-
already, Los. Where you
I'm like,
at?
Gina was an intern before. I thought she just came in as a boss.
No.
No. I wasn't even legitimately working at the company. I was just.
Just there. I love it.
This is when they was over there by Centennial Park. You know what I mean?
Exactly. 25th Ave.
Los
Yes.
know all this stuff, man.
Man, I used to go and get them free CDs. What are you talking about?
Yes,
man?
this is exactly where we were.
Man, the good old days. The good old
Yes,
days.
sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
Los. I heard every word. Thank you so much. You know I love you for sure.
And the thing is about Gina, I've been trying to do it with Gina for a while, and she's like, no.
That's Gina.
And I called her on the day where I think it was around about Mother's Day or something like that, just about close to Mother's Day. And I just said, look, I ain't taking no for an answer. We honoring you. And she just like, okay.
You just
She
strong
was trying to
arm.
fight with you.
Exactly. It's not me. It's the last one. It's no more to fight.
Exactly.
She didn't put up no fight this time. She didn't put up no fight.
I do
That's
not.
cool.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Gina, because Gina has been responsible for not only launching a lot of careers, but putting out good music over the years, making sure that people are visible, seen. Just a brilliant mind, and we have to celebrate that. You know, she don't get all the flowers that, to me, I believe that she, deserve. But
You ain't got to stutter. It's okay. I'm good with that. Go ahead. I know what my brother's doing, but it's fine. Let me tell you, my skin is tough over here. I'm scabbed up. I'm good. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Man, I'm just saying, I'm so proud again the fact that we from the same zip code, same area, and to watch where God has elevated her to, from afar off, it's just a blessing to watch. So,
Well, that's the way I feel about you. So when I got this note to have this opportunity, I was like, oh, say less. I don't know what I'm gonna have to do, but I would have a phone, a laptop, a Coke can with a string, whatever I gotta do to log on and be able to love on you and celebrate what you have built. Especially knowing I was telling you, I said it's different when you have an idea. See that little 25th Avenue story is almost trying to trip me up here. But before that, the fact that we absolutely came, it's one thing for people to be like, I'm from Memphis. But to be able to say that, and I understand where you came from exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No guessing, no, oh, we drove through there sometime. No, my mama house is still over there.
right.
We still are literally rooted there. And so that neighborhood has been responsible for so many greats in music. And now to be able to add our names to that list, I say that humbly, I say that gratefully, I say that to be able to acknowledge that you have taken an idea that God gave you and given it not only life, but sustainability to do anything more than a day or two. Most people tire out. Most people can't run the full race, even when given all the tools.
Right.
But to be able to take something, literally having nothing a lot of times, sacrificing and doing whatever it took to keep it sustaining, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to honor what you have built for the rest of our days. This should be in the history books of all history books written about what happened in these 20 years of gospel music that helped introduce, preserve, shape, platform, create community, expose. How much time I got? Because I can do this about him for a long time.
You got as much time as you need.
All right. Well, let me just say, I heard you say you was going to go to a commercial break. You still need
that my commercial break was to tell everybody to go ahead and share the live, but I'm going to take a quick break.
Okay, no, I don't need a break. I'm
going to take a quick break just to let people know, first of all, what is happening, and you got to get your tickets for it. That's the commercial break I'm going to make right now.
Okay.
So you got to make sure you get your tickets for this event. You look at this. He's look at the honorees too for in the industry as well. You got Robin McCollum. He didn't spare no expense. Okay, Professor Craig Hayes. Okay, please. All right, Hassan and I both know Nico Flowers, Carmina Barnett, man, Sherry McKay. You got Robin McCollum, aka Radio Robin. Let me tell you something. This right here, of celebrating
five
people.
Great radio people. 5 great
is absolutely incredible. Yeah. And once again, you didn't forget the indie artists, because we're still going to go down the line of all the other ones that are being honored. But you made sure that we had emerging artists as well. You still kept that door open. You're still not a gatekeeper. And for your team, it's just absolutely incredible, because I know there's a vision and there's a visionary, but it also takes a mechanism to make this happen. So I'll allow you to give them a shout out in just a few minutes. But this emerging lineup, to which I know I'm proud to be, Root Magazine, Gospel Music Buzz, as well as Gospel Grind. We are media partners and sponsors for this event. We're just excited about it. We're really, really excited about it. But I also want to take an opportunity for you guys to do this. Mm-hmm. Please support Urban Soul Cafe. Please take the opportunity to screenshot. Send this to your friends, your family, every artist. You see those ways to give. Carlos is not asking, I am asking. Please support Urban Soul Cafe. No denomination is too small or too great. if a 1,000 people gave $10, you know, do the math. If 20,000 gave $10, do the math. What 20 years of continued excellence in bringing artists to the forefront needs to be celebrated. These are the ways that you can celebrate. These are the ways you can share. Please, I'm just asking, please support the vision, the visionary, the man himself, Urban Soul Cafe, Carlos Hale. You'll see all that there, and we're going to come back to it again. But I want to make sure I put this in there. So I that's the commercial break, Gina. Back to you.
That's a good one.
I love that.
Y'all take the screenshot, go to his page, look at the graphics, look, do what you got to do. No amount is too small. And certainly we'll take the biggest numbers you got. So
Hello.
So
Yes,
Gina,
sir.
I'm going to bring you right up to the forefront and just have you just share what you need to share. So you are on stage.
Oh, you know, I like seeing all y'all. You know, look.
Listen, okay. We're family. We're family.
Yeah, I like a big hug. Don't do that. See, that makes me feel like I'm a run. I couldn't.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Gina don't like all that. She don't like all that.
I don't. I really
Keep her in
don't.
the crowd.
I really don't. But I am. I think, in spite of what I feel, I am learning that it is very entitled to think that we'll be here tomorrow to celebrate anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so with the intention that I will be here and we all will be here, I'm just appreciative for this time right now to be able to say thank you for seeing me. Thank you for loving on me as you have and supporting the artists. I mean, this 20-year lineup includes some records and some artists and some folk that I've been rocking with literally for 20 years. So it's even more special. I spent a lot of years on the road with Bishop Morton and Bishop Haddon. I call Dietrich Bishop too, even though he's not, but I call him that. And it's just a remarkable thing to be able to come together again and just to celebrate gospel music. I mean, gospel music is the best music in the world. I believe that with all my whole heart, and to be able to have been a part of it in whatever way I had been able to be a part of it, still a part of it, still doing this and that and that and this. I am forever grateful to the church that allowed me to practice when I was 5 years old, you know, and I think that that's the other thing about it is that Carlos did not only create this platform for major artists. The lineup that you just showed, Patrice, shows independent artists because that's where his heart always was. His heart was to create a platform that created community, that amplified authenticity, identity. It wasn't that he was looking for one type of artist to be able to come and be a part of the showcases and the events. I literally can remember, you know, we had a lot of artists who were, I would consider, had been pretty established, but some of my most memorable moments were some of the artists that were emerging. And Los was like, yeah, let's make it happen. And he did make it happen as promised. And it's such a good feeling for artists to have a place that they know is welcoming them to be themselves. And he always was prepared as an interviewer, pulling out facts. You're like, where you find this information? This wasn't in the bio. You know, it's like he always did his homework, which also just showed a commitment not only to his craft, but to seeing who people are beyond the paper, finding that one little tidbit about where they came from, you know, who they know, what they had done, perhaps. But all of the effort that he has put into this mechanism, the effort, the money. Let's talk about it. The money.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Yeah, the money. Right, the money. Even when he didn't have the money, he still put the money, got the money, hustled the money, found the money. The money was gifted to him. And you have to be a remarkable salesperson to be able to take something and nothing and turning into something. And so I just want to salute him for not stopping. It could have been so easy to say I'm cool after year 5. It would have been, no one would have been surprised or upset had you said after year 10, all right, I've done enough. My work is done here. I don't think after year 15, anybody would have nodded any direction at you if you had been like, you know what, okay, I think we're going to wrap this up right about now. So for sure, after being committed and dedicated to a thing for 20 years of giving it your very best and excellence at every turn, I think that job well done. Job well done, friend. I am so proud of you. I think that I speak for many who wouldn't have this opportunity tonight to say thank you, and you'll forever be honored in my book. But I know for sure that history has already written what was taking place during these last 20 years that championed this music and these artists, and your name is going to be right up there along with these other remarkable co-sponsors that are on this live tonight. Gospel Music Buzz, Indiegogo, I know you, and obviously Hassan and Root Magazine. So I think that there's a celebration here, and I should just kind of cover all of you and say a blanket thank you, even though I know we are highlighting my brother here, but it takes all of us. It takes everybody to do their part and just to expand the reach of what's already been done. And so that's will be my challenge to everybody who has an opportunity to do anything, to do what you have with what you have, to continue expanding the reach and the mission and the celebration of what gospel music represents and will continue to represent.
Man.
Thank you so much. And one thing I could just say this about Gina, our relationship always been let's make it happen. Even when she was a label, even if I was doing interviews with our artists on the radio or we was doing events, I don't think I never said no. I don't think every time her, Nikaya, Omega, Stan, anybody from the label say, hey, Los, we bringing so-and-so in town. Can you do something with them? It's always been yes. Whether it was on the air, whether it was a special event or it was a big event or whatever, we always had room for her label because the label showed so much love way back from the bar car days. Way back from the bar car days. The limelight. You know what I'm saying? So that's how deep.
Wow.
Yes.
That's how deep the relationship goes with Gina. We go way back to those days, and it was never a no. It was always a yes.
I mean, I feel like we do go back to the literal beginning. Literal beginning,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, thank you for your light. Your legacy is intact.
That part, Gina, that part.
Yes.
Is cemented, and I think that there is a blueprint that you have established, and you will see a lot of your legacy living on through all the other events that are now happening around Stellars. And so we really ought to celebrate that too, because there was once upon a time that there was only one. I mean, at some point there was only one thing for
I was in that just today.
And then all of a sudden there might have been 3 options. Okay, we got a woohoo, we got 3 things. So to look at this 20th year for you and thinking about where we are in what all is going to be orbiting around the Stellar Weekend, you gotta know that a lot of this is your blueprint. You just gotta believe. You just gotta 100%. Look at it and be like, they're not copying. They aren't mimicking. You literally planted seeds, and these are the leaves and branches of seeds and trees that are part of your roots and your trunk, if you will. Wow. And so, yeah, heaven is smiling. I'm smiling. South Memphis is smiling. We all are smiling about it, and can't wait to see what's going to happen next. I know you got something up your sleeve, so I'm just going to sit tight.
It's something brewing. It's something brewing. It's
I
something
know
really
it is.
brewing.
I didn't need you to tell me that. I'm not even concerned. That's not even a concern of mine at all.
Exactly.
I know that there's something brewing, and I know that God is going to bless it because He's going to honor your faithfulness to what He gave you with this. And so I'm just expecting it to be, I'm not going to say bigger because that doesn't always mean better. But the next thing that you have that you're assigned to do, I can't wait to see what that's going to be. And you have my support already.
And likewise, you have my support always and forever.
And on that note, and on that note, so we wanted to first of all give a shout out, Gina. Thank you so much for saying yes to coming on and showing your brother so much love. And we are looking forward to seeing you in Nashville. I'm gonna find you, give you a hug, girl. And
yes. Yeah. I'm taking all hugs.
Patrice, I would say before, it seems like everything Gina said tonight, I feel as if Gina may be instrumental to this Urban Soul Cafe documentary, because I feel like that needs to happen at some point.
Needs to happen.
So Gina's going to be executive producing on that documentary. I'm just going to call it. I'm just going to call it right now.
I need you to get in my head because that came to my mind even before you said it. I gave a shot over to Hassan. I said, I
mean, I don't know, but it just seemed like
definitely see it.
Yeah. I just think while you got everybody in place on the 15th, you might as well just have some cameras in the back and let people say all their good tidings all over again. I know y'all recording this tonight, so that's already.
Yes.
Look, there goes some documentary footage right there. You already got it going. It's already started.
Come on.
Oh, I'm in a movie. Finally in a movie.
That's right.
Anyway, no,
Thanks,
no, seriously. Thanks, Gina, so much. We'll see you in Nashville, God willing. And lots of hugs, lots of love. And it's going to be a night of, it's going to be days of days, because for any of us, it's work. No matter what it is, it's still going to be work.
Yeah.
So, but we're going to take
time. Isn't it amazing when you love the work? When the work doesn't feel like work.
That part.
It's the only reason I'm still here.
Yeah, I mean, and really, and at this point, what other work would you want to be doing?
What else? That's what I always say, Gina. What the heck else am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, my sister. We'll see you soon. All right. Take care.
All right.
Love you,
Gina.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Gina Waters.
That was a good one.
Yeah. How wild is that though? Because here Carlos go saying all of these amazing things about Gina, pouring his heart out without knowing that she's right there in the tuck. And the minute he said it like it was clockwork, boom, she's on the screen. Like you can't.
You guys are producing the heck out of this show tonight.
Come on,
Patrice.
Patrice.
They are. Hey, Hassan, that's the reason why I said I'm not gonna show my face, because I'm over here crying. I ain't no punk.
You gotta show your face at least once, Los. Now,
y'all ain't finna catch me over here crying.
At least once, Los. You gotta give us a wave.
He must got an afro. He must got an afro.
No, not yet.
Oh,
there it is.
We see it. A little sneak peek.
Watch your chest hair. Watch your chest hair.
That's right. Nobody want to see that.
Nah.
Well, first, so we want to once again, because we have some other people we're bringing into the building. We want to make sure you have the information that you need for the Urban Soul Cafe, not just supporting, but also the information to be a part of the show. All you need to do is go to urbansoulcafe.com. And I thought I had that slide up here. Maybe it's on here. I do not. Okay, I'll pull that up for you, and I'll put that in the lower thirds, and you'll see that to be able to support all the events. And I want to go through real quickly about who is going to be there. We already talked about Bishop Paul Morton.
Yes,
Bishop,
sir.
Okay, is going to be in the building. We got to give a shout, Mississippi Mass.
Man, when I tell you, I have been a fan of that music for 30 years. And I know for the last couple of years, I've been interacting with a lot of the leaders within the choir. Mm-hmm. But I got to give a big shout out to my brother, Stan Jones. Because I reached out to Stan. Yeah. I said, Stan, man, they've been in my spirit. I got to do something. Stan made it happen.
And you ain't know we was about to lose Mama Burke. See, you in the spirit.
Right, did not know, man. And y'all talked to one of the department yesterday, so she told me this was right on time. You know, because who would have known when we said we were going to honor them and celebrate them, and then turn around they for 6 Stellar Awards? That was nobody but God. And then they got a Dove Award nomination yesterday.
Yeah,
well deserved, overdue.
So that's what I'm sorry. Go ahead too.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You're gonna go ahead. Go ahead,
No,
go ahead.
I was gonna say that's I guess the sweet spot and the magic of an urban soul cafe, to have the foresight to even honor these people as we going through all of these memories and these flyers, and it's like amazing for you to honor, or for you to give a space to the independent artists, right? But then you're giving a space and you're honoring executives that people don't normally honor, like somebody like me. I don't really get awards and stuff like that because we're always in the trenches, so they even have the forethought to think about that. But then to honor the big wigs like the Clark sisters and Hezekiah Walker and John P. Key, like Urban Soul Cafe has really covered the whole gamut of gospel music industry, and that needs to be said. Like,
I am a fan. I am a product.
Yeah, and you can tell
music. You're
a fan of the culture.
I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. Gospel music saved my life. If it wasn't for the impact of the late great Orlando Draper coming into my life when I was I was facing some serious charges as a teenager, and I was looking at some time. I mean, for real, like looking at some time, and just so happened, I did not realize I went to the same church with Orlando Draper. And y'all know how I like to roast and crack on people. One Sunday night service, this is exactly how we met. One Sunday night service, we were supposed to be in church, and we in the Church of God of Christ. We supposed to be in church, but myself, the pastor nephew, watching Martin. This is when Martin would come on Sunday nights. So we was watching Martin while everybody shouting in the sanctuary, and Orlando came in, and I just saw him on Bobby Jones, but I didn't know it was an older clip of Bobby Jones because he had like the Gumby hairstyle.
Right.
But he walked in the office, he was bald headed. I didn't have my glasses on, and he said something. I just started roasting him. He started roasting me back, and next thing you know, we just had a roast fest going on. And he said, "Man, you all right with me, little N-word?" And then that's when I found out that was Orlando Draper, and he took me under his wings. He introduced me to Kurt when I was 17. Introduced me to Bradley Crawford. Introduced me to Yolanda Adams. All when I was 17 years old, man. I was under the influence of marijuana. I ain't gonna even front. And I was like, man, this is when Kurt came out with Why We Sing. And I was like, yeah, I was really high as a kite. I ain't gonna lie, but I was high as a kite when I
not
met
you,
Kurt.
Carlos.
Yes, me.
Not the bishop.
This before I got saved. But once again, I met Kurt. But man, it was something about what happened. And man, when I tell you that Why We Sing album saved my life, along with James Moore, with the Mississippi Mass Choir. That's another reason why we're on the Mississippi Mass. James is gone, but Mass is still here, and that saved my life, man. That truly saved my life.
That's dope, man. That's
dope. Wow. Well, I want to take this opportunity to say once again that this event has the honorees of honorees. If you missed this one, there is no going back. There is no repeat. This is the end of an era. So I want to go ahead and go straight through those who are being honored. We brought up Mississippi Mass Choir. You gotta give some love.
Posthumously. I love that.
Posthumously.
I love this.
Wonder Boy Johnson.
This probably one of the best honors to do from his daughter and his daughters and his sister. They gave me the blessings to celebrate Keith, and I have had a ball along with Lisa Noel Smith, Josh Miles, and Daryl Pettis, and producing this tribute to Keith. And I can't wait till y'all see what he came up with.
Looking at his picture, I can't believe Keith is gone. That is so crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Man.
So we're gonna go through them. So we Keith Wonderboy Johnson being honored posthumously. As mentioned, Dietrich Haddon will be in the building.
Good one.
Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Listen, y'all better get y'all life.
Not the artist of the decade.
Not the artist of the decade. James Hall. I still call him. He's the choir master for
That's
me.
one of Patrice's favorites.
Oh, thank you. See, my brother knows.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very
underrated. Very underrated.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Okay, as we may mention, Standard, Lowell Powell.
Staying in Your Will. That was my joint.
That's me too.
It's Sexy Jesus right
there. Memphis is on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Mr. Comedian,
another good one.
Film producer, the whole 9 yards is in the building. But you know what's so interesting? We talk about these people. Guess what? I just don't even know. But I figured, why not? What the heck? We on here tonight. Lowell Powell's in the building.
Big Low.
What
up? What's going on?
Hey, y'all, here's the secret. For many years, people used to mistake me and Lowell, used to call us twins. I'd be walking places and say, hey, Lowell Pie, I enjoy you.
And then you start singing, and they said, no, never.
Right.
That's nasty work, Assad.
I couldn't hit them Jesus. I couldn't hit them notes like he can, man. I couldn't hit them notes.
What's going on, y'all?
What up, Low?
Hey, man, ain't nothing going on. I thought I was late, man. I'm in Chicago, and I just got in my room. I was like, oh my God, I think I'm late. So
you're an hour behind.
I was right up. Say it again.
I think it's Chicago. Well, you're an hour behind East Coast. I think you're the same time as
okay.
Carlos.
Okay, cool. Man, yeah. I'm here. Carlos is my guy, man. Been a long time. So, I'm excited about we got the next one. Great time. I don't know how all these people go on this and just
you're
breaking up.
A little bit unstable, just a little bit. Your connection's a little bit unstable. There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Put the rabbit ears onto the top of your phone.
Put the who?
Not the
rabbit ears. Remember the rabbit ears with the phone? If your grandparents had the whole, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited, man, and get a chance to see everybody. You know what I'm saying? All the artists and stuff like that in fellowship. So it's gonna be a great time, man. I'm excited.
Man, I met Lowell and the guys when I was at Great Community Temple. It was, I believe, my sophomore year in college, and they was already my favorite group. But my pastor, Bishop Brandon B. Porter, he brought them down for our vision conference. And when I tell you, I was so excited. But see them guys up there singing, man, and then just to meet them, and then become real cool with them. I tell them all the time, y'all my favorite group. I don't care. Man, they introduced me to Sexy Jesus music, okay?
Oh God, dog it. Man, we appreciate it, man. I don't know if we was doing Sexy Jesus music though, brother. But we appreciate it. Yeah, man. That's funny. Sexy Jesus. But yeah, man. Again, man, Carlos, man, I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hope you're not letting it go, but hey, man, 20 years is a long time to do this, man, especially with us people, black people. We all can be kind of difficult sometimes, I know. And I know the road haven't been easy, man, but hey, you did it, man. I have much respect for you, man. I'm proud of you, bro. And I can't wait to hug your neck next week after next weather. And we fellowship, man, and just have a ball together, bro.
Man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to you, and I pray, man, much success to the group. Just see the influence of Men of Standard. Even to this day, is a lot of younger artists. They had got their rip, they got their run, they got their style from Men of Standard. And the world should at least recognize, what you all have done for the culture, what y'all have done for gospel music. And I am a big fan. You all influenced me. And you know what I'm saying? And it's just, I told you on that first phone call.
Yeah.
If I'm going out with a bang, and I got to salute you guys because it's been my spirit to do for the last couple of years. And I'm just honored that you, Bishop, and also Ike said, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yep. We on our way, bro. We are on our way, man, and the fellas was excited about doing, man. I think it's always good when you can be, excuse me, when your peers honor you, because you never know who lives you touch and all that kind of stuff. So when people come and tell you, "Hey, man, I was listening to you in bad moments and stuff like that, or whatever," it's always a blessing, man. Because one thing about it, people don't have to be nice to you. You know what I'm saying? People just don't have to say anything. And so when people tell you that you minister to them in a way that helped them, man, I be tripping, man. I've always been humble and. And I don't suffer with pride, and I'm not puffed up, man. My mother used to always tell me that it's always somebody better than you around the
Right.
corner in the local church
Mhm.
that don't have an
Mm,
opportunity, just waiting on that opportunity that will sing rings around you. So
Mhm.
humble is the way. I learned that at an early age. Humble is the way, man. Be humble. Be nice to people.
yeah.
And if you do that, man, people will remember you down the road, and they'll appreciate you for it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, man, we got to get out of this star mentality thing, man. I can't stand it, man. You know what I'm saying? There are some things that I won't allow people to do to me because I feel I've worked hard and positioned myself to do it. But man, I ain't greedy. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be treated fair. You know what I'm saying? And I think we
Facts.
all just want to be treated
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah.
not be big headed and not say, "Oh man, I was sung on a real regular." And not, no, I don't care nothing about that, man. I like to stay in the corner, man. Stay in the corner. Let me dim my light. Let the Lord light shine. Let me dim my light, and I'm good with that. I'm so cool with it, man. And I've been able to stay relevant just because of that. No, I don't have a top 5 record. I'm not in the top 3. I'm not in the top 2. I don't go on tour with all the big stars and all that kind of stuff, and I really don't care to. But I'm happy where I am, man. I'm
Mhm.
happy where I am, and so I'm looking forward to coming, man, and just being able just talk the fellowship with the other artists, man. It's a lot of great people that's being honored, so we're excited, bro. So thank you again, Carlos, man. We really appreciate it, and we're excited about coming, bro.
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you
Okay,
all.
so before you go, I need a couple bars because I'm a groupie.
Bars.
I need a couple bars of "In Your Will." Come on.
Oh
I'm just
boy.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, no,
I'm
no,
just
no,
kidding.
no, 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 no. I'm not doing it because of that. Uh it'll be really a couple though. It's gonna be a couple, half a couple. Um, Lord, I'm staying in your will. I'm staying in your will, Lord. I'm staying in your will. I'm staying, Lord. I'm staying in your will. I'm staying. I promise you, Lord. I am staying in your will.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Come
sir.
on, man.
Yes,
Man,
sir.
Jingle
stop it.
well
Yes, sir.
time.
Stop it.
Yes, sir.
Stop it.
God
Stop it.
bless you.
Mr. Jesus is real himself, low well pie.
Stop it,
Listen,
bro.
listen.
What kind
God
of
bless
music
you.
is
Thank
that,
you so much,
Carlos?
Noel. Thank you so much
Sexy
for being
Jesus
here.
music. That's
Thank
sexy
you so much.
Jesus
Have a
music.
great night, and we will see you in Nashville. God bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Uh,
Y'all stay up.
all right,
Okay.
thank you, Luel. Sexy Jesus music. Come on,
All
Patrice.
right.
On
Sexy
this
Jesus
good
music.
Thursday.
So now, as we're coming around the bend, but it's I said to you earlier, um, you have a vision, and you're the visionary, but it takes a team, and we're going to bring a couple of people from your team right to the forefront. Nicolette Carney is in the building, and we've got the one and only AG. Unmute your mic.
Shout out to the Enforcer and Junior Mafia.
Wow.
Hey everybody.
Junior
Who's the
Mafia.
enforcer? Who's the enforcer? Who's Junior Mafia? Who's who?
Go ahead, ladies. Tell them who's who.
Oh my God. I'm guilty. They call me the enforcer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She
And
I've
I
was
seen you.
am
I've seen you in the back with the. Come on, let's come. Come on. Yep.
I'm
that's
just
that's
mafia.
that is Urban Soul Cafe baby right there. That's our Urban Soul
Come here,
niece.
Abigail. Come here. Say hi. Come here. Say hi.
Oh,
There's the Urban Soul niece. And then Junior Mafia is who?
Yours truly, I am Junior Mafia.
And well, how she got the nickname, me and her was doing the site visit to this venue in downtown Nashville. And I don't know why, but I introduced her as Nicolette, aka Junior Mafia, to this Asian guy, and he just bust out laughing. And that nickname he just stayed there.
That's wild.
It just stayed because she is a really truly Junior Mafia. She looks sweet, but when you push that button in Jesus' name, ooh, all that little East Nashville come up out of her.
Oh.
So ladies, I want to ask you, because it does take more than just a visionary, but it does take a team. And these years of working with Carlos over these last, 20 years, even a little less, give or take, what have you experienced just being with him and getting a sense or pulse of his heart and the vision and helping to execute everything that's going to pull this off, particularly this climax is going to be off. It's one for the books.
Well, for me, I've seen a lot, and I have to apologize in advance. I have a little one that
No problem.
she's being very clingy because it's almost her bedtime. But anyway, um, the experiences over the years, I've kind of had to take a step back because I got married and had a child. So I've been absent for about 6 years. But from show to show, from meeting to meeting, I've had the opportunity to watch Carlos grow at every stage, at every show. It was like for me, it was a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pleasure to just watch the whole process, watch his mind just go, and it's been an honor to work and to just even know this man. Through him, I was able to connect with some amazing people, like Nicolette. And, we have our little core group of people that, we cling to and we check in. And, even though some of us are miles and states away, we still, cover each other. But in terms of Urban Soul Cafe, it's been such an honor, such a pleasure, just learning the industry through his eyes, exposing me to so many different people, exposing us, I should say, to so many different artists that I didn't even know of, had no clue of. It was because of Carlos Hale that I was introduced to people like Jonathan McReynolds, like your Molly Music. I can just keep going on and on, but just the exposure to music, period, gospel music. I hold that near and dear to my heart. So, Carlos, I say thank you. Thank you for allowing me to work side by side with you. The good, the bad, the ugly, blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh yes.
It's been such a ride, an amazing experience for me.
Yeah.
And I say thank you.
When I say AG came a part of the team, she was already helping different people out around the city of Nashville as far as stage managing go or just helping out with events, period. And I think it was maybe our third year, I want to say. We was at this place called The Place. And I turn around, I look around, AG is running the whole show. And I'm like, who is this young lady running the show? After that, I just left it be. I just said, hey, go ahead. You do your thing. And so for many years, people knew when they saw her, they knew she meant business. And that's the reason why we call her the enforcer, because she meant business. When she say, hey, we need you in this place, you be in that place, we're gonna get you in, get you out. Dealing with our people sometimes can be a hassle. but at the end of the day, she does it with excellence. She does it with she be on top of her game, and there was a lot of times where she took the weight off of my shoulders to make sure that those quote unquote major events that everybody go crazy about and loving it, she was the piece to the puzzle that made sure that things was executed and executed in a way where the artist was happy, the band was happy, and most importantly, the crowd was happy too. And we was still lifting up the name of Christ Jesus. So because Jesus is the centerpiece of everything. But she came in during a time where I was pretty much taking everything on my own, and she relieved me of that.
Mm.
And she's been the glue for so many years. And and she got married, she had a child, and we understood that, but she never left us. She still checked in, she still was around, and that's the reason why we ended up becoming a family. We ended up becoming a
Absolutely.
unit. So
Mm.
it was more, and like you said, every leader had people that follows, and there was stuff that I was doing for them that you would never know about, because we were a family. We made sure we looked out for each other.
Mm.
I made sure they was cool. There were times where I would do like a come together dinner. We'll go to somebody's house and we would have these, parties. Every time an artist come in town, we will purposely bring them in town the night prior just to do a fellowship dinner, just to have fun. Because when it was time for showtime, we was one tight unit.
Mm.
And I praise God for the people that God blessed me to have for many years. And I recognize them for the gifts and for their talent. And AG was a wonderful blessing from God. Her husband is black. That's why she a first lady. She went from the stage manager to the first lady.
That's what they call me, but I'm still AG though.
First lady AG.
Well, ladies, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out and being patient because in the backstage and just being here just to say for people to get to know who you are because it takes more than just Carlos to make this thing happen. And just want to give you ladies a shout out publicly to say thank you so much for your contribution in helping to make Urban Soul
Right.
Cafe what it is.
Nicolette has been a day one. I can't overlook Nicolette. Nicolette been a day one. When I tell you Crump for Christ, we was the hottest thing around Nashville. And that young lady was like a Crump for Christ. I'm not gonna say groupie, but she was, I mean, everywhere we went, and she was in middle school, and man, all of a sudden her mom, her sister, her, they tapped into the vision from day one. You know, her mom has gone to glory, but we recognize her mom's presence even to this day.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Her sister, we recognize her presence. When you saw her mom smile, her mom was like that big bright smile at the door. She was a greeter. She would welcome everybody in. And then her sister was like, "Yeah, but you better have your money at the same time," and it was a family thing when you came to the
That
door.
was
But
the
nigga,
second enforcer, by the way.
yeah, she was the second enforcer. She was that's why we
Yes.
call her Junior Mafia. And Nicolette, man, let me just say this: Nicolette is an awesome, wonderful gift to the body of Christ.
Yes.
God has blessed her with her photography, her video skills, and I'm just blessed to watch her from middle school all the way now into her 30s. That's how long we go far.
Wow.
I met her when she was in middle school, and God, I saw her through high school, saw her through college, young adult. We just waiting on her to get married now. But
Come
I
on.
mean, you but Nicolette is like me. She was a pure fan of the genre, and she reminded me so much of myself. And I mean, just by every artist that she was a fan of, she was like, "Yo, I'd have met them through Urban Soul Cafe, or they knew me from Urban Soul Cafe." So she's been a big blessing since day one.
And
Amazing, amazing.
if
Well,
I
ladies, thank you.
add,
Oh, I
if
want to give you. Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Yep, you got a minute. Yep, you sure do.
yeah, only thing that I want to add is that everything, what I'm just gonna say, co-sign to what AG and Carlos has said, but what I'm gonna add is that I live in LA now. And I've been blessed to like Carlos said, to have my photography go to a different level when I moved out here. But I say this is that I don't get to do what I do to this day if it wasn't for Urban Soul Cafe. That was my literal training ground of just how to not even just take pictures, but how to just act in like industry period. Like that was the first place where like I was like the good and bad. Like I would see, I could see somebody like not moving positive and they would say something slick behind somebody's back, and there would be somebody, this person that they were talking about, their manager or somebody was like right next to them. So it would be those type of moments where I'm just like, duly noted, this is how not to act. And also it was just how to move. And like, just how to just maneuver throughout any industry. I got my family. I literally got a second family out of Urban Soul Cafe. Like we got AG, and then there's Sabrina, there's Brandy. Like all of my friends that like we were all the same age. We're now grown up, found out what we want to do with our careers. We've all become aunties in an aspect, and then some of us have become moms too. So it's just been a blessing. Again, I don't get to do what I do, and I don't have a second family without Urban Soul Cafe. So
Thank you. That's
beautifully said.
Yeah. And we're looking forward to seeing the Enforcer.
Oh Lord.
And 3-6 Mafia. Oh, we can't say that. I'm sorry. This is Indigo Inspired. All right.
Listen, I'm gonna make sure I get my proof of entry at the door. Carlos, I'm gonna get my proof of entry so I can make sure I get in there.
Because the enforcer will tell you, Carlos ain't coming to that door. He ain't going to the door.
Listen.
Absolutely not.
Check the screenshot names, ladies. That's Gospel Music Buzz and I'm Urban Indigo Inspired. That's Sherwin and Patrice. Okay, there you go. Ladies, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you for hanging out with us. God bless you all. See you soon.
Thank you.
This week. All right, take care. Carlos. The memories keep coming. So, okay, so we were going down the lane of honorees, and we had Gina. She came through. We're so happy about that. We have Jonathan that's also going to be honored. We also have Keith Pringle that's also honored. But wait. Somebody wants to say hello to you. Jonathan Slocum is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
My God.
What is happening? Carlos.
My God.
Man, I ain't seen you since that last Diddy party. Remember we had a gospel party? And Diddy was like, and you were like, hey Diddy, I got the oil. And it just like bring the oil. And
it was the anointing oil.
Hands on people with the oil. Man, I ain't seen. That's the last time I saw you, man.
But the power of God moved at that party, man. The deliverance that took place, man. I mean, when I say shackles were set free, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, man.
Listen, this is a night of night. The one and only Jonathan Slocum. Let me tell you something. This man, he was Sinbad before Sinbad. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it.
No.
I'm just going to say it, but no. Actor, comedian, host of hosts for the Stellars for countless years.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you were actually the best part of the Stellars for me, because when they have, because they record and stop. It's the in-between scenes that people don't see. You literally have people on the floor.
So I did. Y'all remember Celebration of Gospel?
Yes.
So the last one they did, I was doing. First of all, congratulations, Carlos, man. 20 years is everything, bro. And I've never really done anything. Have I done anything for you at all?
No, you haven't, but we ain't talking about that tonight. We're not talking about that.
That's okay, but we've been close. We have. But
right, we always been close. We always been close.
And that's why when you say you wanted to honor me, I was like, man, that's an honor by itself. But we'll talk about that when I get there next week, or week after next. So they were doing the Celebration of Gospel. I had decided that I didn't want to be called a warm-up guy because the warm-up guy traditionally comes out, tell people to turn the phones off, let's have a good time, and he's gone. I decided because of what I do, I am the audience host. That's what I do. I host the audience. Should I be hosting the shows? Absolutely. But that never happened, so I'm good with that. But the last celebration of gospel, it was on BET, and Debbie Lee, who was the president at the time, she sent a message out on the website, and she said she was watching me do my thing. She said Jonathan Slocum has a show within the show. I was like, that's pretty dope, and that's pretty much what has happened through the years. So, you know, gospel has been good to me. Thank God, more doors have opened, but I'm just excited to be there with you, man, and we're gonna celebrate you, man. Have a good time. So thanks for having me.
I met Jonathan when I was in college, and even though he was joking about the Diddy party, let's tell the truth, Jonathan. We was at the Black House reunion together back in 1997.
Yeah.
And that particular year, that was like the year the Freaknik died, but the Black House reunion, you know, took his spot.
Yeah.
And Jonathan was the special guest host and comedian for a Crazy in the Park that happened during Black House reunion. That's featuring it with Fred Hammond. It was the Gospel Gangster, Jonathan, and somebody else. And I was backstage, and I met Jonathan for the first time. But I've been a fan of Mama Dem. You know, I bought his. I bought the VHS. I bought the CD
and the cassette.
I used to blast it around in my college dormitory loud, you know. And down through the years, he and I, you know, we built a bond, we built a friendship, and I watched this man, you know, I watched this man down through the years develop his craft and do it in the spirit of excellence. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to acknowledge him, you know, as another person who may not get his flowers from quote unquote the mainstream, but this brother has opened the doors for so many others. And my confirmation was hearing Kev on stage on the Breakfast Club mentioning Jonathan Slocum. That was my confirmation. It's time for us to say thank you, Jonathan, for 30 years of keeping us church folks laughing for life.
I appreciate that. It's been 30 plus years actually. But yeah,
we're not going back to the Oakwood days. You know, that's a training ground. You know,
it's all good, man. But the irony is, it's happening on that weekend. I got the call today to let me know that I am in no way participating in the Stellar Awards. They've moved on, or something they said, and it hurt me to the core. And then I was like, that Carlos must know something like innately, because it means so much to be honored on that weekend when everybody's going to be there and it's going to be without me. And I'm like, wow. So I'm over that because the hurt was really intense today, but I'm excited to come and hang out with you, man. So happy 20th anniversary, man. And I'm going to get out of here because Oprah up here screaming for me to come up there and finish my business. You know, me and Oprah doing our thing. So. All right, babe. I'm gonna be up. Okay, all right. I'm almost done. All right. Yeah. You got a car. I know he got a car. I know.
Jonathan, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you in Nashville. God bless you, and congratulations on being honored at the end of an era.
Yes.
Wow, Urban Soul Cafe. Wow.
Urban Soul, my man. Love you, bro.
All right, Jonathan.
Love you too. Love you too, my brother.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are come to the conclusion of this celebration, this night, to give our brother Carlos his flowers. I'm not going to say anything anymore except for reminding you, please make sure you support. And we're going to go right down through and go through the honorees. We just saw one and only Jonathan Slocum. We last left off with Keith Pringle. We, as mentioned, Adrian Warner, Jacqueline Carr. We have Bishop Greg Davis giving honors to Pastor Steve Hare, the founder and CEO of Reach Gospel Radio. And we've got the honorees in the media realm as well. As we told you earlier, the independent artist door is wide open. It's going to be off the chain.
Well, here's the thing about that, and I just released some other flyers today, so I know you probably didn't see those. But every artist that's on them flyers, they're going to be, a lot of them going to be participating in these tributes. So my thing is to spotlight the artists, and while we honoring those, we giving out those they flowers, we also spotlighting some talent that some people may not know of. Mm-hmm. And that's the whole, the brainchild of Urban Soul Cafe, giving folks an avenue to be showcased, to be seen in front of people that can help navigate their careers in gospel music.
Sweet. We have, once again, here is the flyer here, Urban Soul Cafe 20th anniversary and honors. Carlos Hale with his Ride or Die quartet. I can't even read my own writing. Let's talk about quad for a minute, because we did not mention
quad. Quad has been what you call a lifesaver. When everything transitioned from Nashville to Vegas the first go round, we had a house band in Nashville, but Quad was always around. He was there, just wanted to be around, just to assist if need be. And so when we ended up when everything got transitioned to Vegas, I would look up and Quad would be on the keys playing to assist. If the Holy Spirit is moving, he, along with some other guys from Baltimore, was always around. Morgan Turner, they were always, they would, they not ask for anything. They were just like, hey, we got you, bro. We got you, bro. We got you, bro. We got you, bro. And so the year when everything went down to Atlanta, of course, I, asked Kevin Lemons to help me out. Kevin did, but he, passed. And I called Quad. I said, Quad, man, I just feel led, man. You should be our musical director out there in Vegas. And he was like, I'm game. And as you can see, the last couple of years, he have helped produce these tributes, along with myself. It's like a Kobe and Shaq. He trusts the vision. He taps into it. He got some key guys, some key musicians, and he likes to run a tight ship, and that's what I love about him. That I don't have to, go over his neck. If he gonna put the flow together, he gonna send it out to the people, or he'll send it to me to send it out to the artists, and that's what I like about our relationship. He run a tight ship, and he's very professional, and he got a crew that's very professional as well. And that's the reason why I asked him about being the MD, and he said yes. I said, send me your picture because I want everybody to see you in the forefront. I know you the MD for Ricky Diller. I know you MD for Byron and some other people, but I want people to know, man, this is you. This is us together. Because I really don't like the attention, man. I don't like the attention. Because people would show their other side, and I'd just be like, ugh, But Quad is the dude. I'm grateful for Quad to be on the team. I'm so grateful and thankful, and I'm just looking forward to, what he come up with, the ideas, the concept musically, what he come up with, because we're gonna have a good time on the 15th. We are going to have a great time.
Listen, we're going to have an amazing time, and actually going to right here at the bottom of that, you'll see exactly how you can get your tickets. urbansoulcafe.com to get your tickets for the honors. All things Urban Soul is on there. We've got a whole, Carlos is taking over the week, to be honest with you. He's got the whole week. Pretty much.
He's going out with a bang and showing everyone like, hey, here's what to do going forward. He's basically laying it all out. So salute.
Hey, as long as people buy, my thing is, if people buy their tickets, I want to make sure they have a great time. At the end of the day, we lifting up Jesus. And I was talking to somebody earlier today. Here, okay, let me just say this. If you're a fan of gospel music, some of your favorite songs from the 80s, 90s, 2000s will be sung on that night. I am so pumped. I'm so pumped. I mean, the playlist, the thing is, like, people like V. Michael McKay, Keith Pringle, you know their songs, but you may not know they was the person who wrote it or sung it. You know, Tasha Cobbs, we know her songs, but to see the interpretation from the artist that's going to sing her song, it's going to be amazing. Keith Wonderboy Johnson, you know his music, but to see the next generation or the quartet greats remember him because they all looked up to him as a big brother or uncle. Oh my God. It's the interpretations that's going to make the night so rich. And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, if you can find Carlos, he will be there because Carlos always lays the cut. You cannot find Carlos, but he will definitely be in the building. It's going to be an amazing night. Carlos, thank you so much for allowing Sherwood and I to show you a lot of love because you have shown a lot of love.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Of course. Love you, bro.
Love you too. And I can't wait to hear your Midnight Quiet Storm, on Kiss FM in New York. I'm just saying, I would download the app.
Gospel After Dark. This is the Gospel After Dark.
You done started him. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Make sure, once again, you see at the bottom, Urban Soul Cafe, all things events in Nashville, the 20th anniversary, end of an era. Carlos Hale, thank you so much. We will see you in Nashville, God willing.
Yes,
have a great night. Have a great weekend. And as I always tell you, I'm going to turn over to my brother to finish the night. It's not just a vibe here. It's what?
It's a whole mood, baby.
It's a whole mood, baby. It's a whole mood. God bless you all. Bye.
Salute, y'all.
Bye.